Hey guys, this is a little bit of an update on the channel. Things are going to change, I believe, for the best. For some years I've been doing instrumental metal music exclusively. I try to infuse value onto them by putting them on royalty-free licenses. I'm just exploring new ways to be more useful and valuable to you guys. So first of all, I'm gonna focus more on doing covers. I'm going to deviate from just exclusively doing instrumental metal royalty-free tracks. I'm gonna put more focus into making covers of songs that I like. I'm specializing in this style of music, which I believe it has a lot of potential. It has a lot of problems with, for example, the distortions not translating very well into TV systems or film systems. It's kind of noisy. It's really hard to mix. I want to try and talk a little bit more about these kind of problems that I've been encountering as I produce my own tracks. I am 30 now. I've been producing and playing metal music since I was 15. I was in a band called Chainsaw Melody. Just a teenager band playing songs influenced by various metal styles. I'm very influenced by the progressive metal music, specifically Meshuggah and Animals as Leaders. So that is my teenage years. A friend of mine showed them to me, and I was just blown away by it. So that's why I string guitar. That's why I got into producing. I wanted to make my own tracks, and I reached the point where I just released my first album. It's called Danzas de Lava, and it's just a compilation of the songs that I believe were the best from all the years that I've been producing. But yeah, it's just 7 songs, nothing new. I already released them, just did a compilation, uploaded to the music distributors, and it's a big deal for me. I understand it's not a big deal for others because it's not really solving any problem, or I believe it's entertaining to some sense, but it's not for everybody. I think it's a lot of instrumental and metal music is very guitar centric, so naturally most guitar players are gonna appreciate and value it more. But the focus that I'm trying to give is to not only making music for musicians but for people. You don't necessarily need to be a guitar player to appreciate or understand the music. I remember my first metal band was Lamb of God. A friend from high school showed it to me, and I loved the instrumental but I hated the vocals. So it took a while to get used to it, and at the end I loved it, and I got into this stir of metal where you go from the most commercial type of music to the most extreme and crazy stuff. I'm just trying to make things not as complicated, make them simple. Again, I don't want to make music for musicians. I want to make music for other people to understand and to use and just be useful. It's been not so long since I became a freelance. In a sense, this channel is kind of like my portfolio. I just want to expand more, show other things more than instrumental metal music, more than covers. I started doing podcast production, audio cleanups. I'm having a lot of work in the AI industry. I have mixed feelings about it. I used to hate it and not like it before, as many people today do, and I think that's fair, because, for example, there is people that doesn't know anything about music composition and production and is doing fairly good music thanks to AI, and in a sense it's very unfair, but I think it has a place. We as musicians and as producers, we need to adapt, because the uses of this stuff, I think, is good and it's valuable, and it solves problems for people, and I don't want to pretend I know everything about it because it's fairly new and it has a lot of implications, so I don't want to get very deep into it. But finally, I'm just accepting it. Most workers should adapt it into the workflow, basically everybody, otherwise they will get behind. That's what I think right now, but of course it's painful in a lot of senses, and I understand it, because you need to compete with this machine essentially, and it's really hard. I think if you integrate it, it's good for everybody, and it's necessary. It's an obligation at this point if you want to remain competitive. So I'm thinking more in terms of business. When I was 15 and I started playing and learning music production and audio production, I just wanted to make music, play concerts, and just having fun, maybe get some recognition. I had fun imagining myself playing for a big crowd, and I had this fantasy and this dream. But I think a lot of musicians get stuck with that, and you need to give a certain feeling, you need to provide some value. So a lot of musicians just like this one and just repeat what this one did and expect results, and they don't get it and get frustrated. But the implications of being a musician and a successful one, I think, is complicated, but essentially you need to give something, and a lot of people are just releasing music, releasing albums, but not really doing anything of value, especially in this market, which was saturated before AI music, and now it's It's completely crazy. But overall it's good. I think we just need to adapt to it, not be so reactive on hating it. I think a lot of people are calling it AI slop, and I think it's fair, but I just want to act onto that and try to adapt. But the point of this video is that I'm trying to find ways, and I'm going to focus more on doing covers instead of original music. I think I need to put it to use to better things. I started doing that for clients that need mixing, mastering, audio cleanups of dialogues or AI music and AI generated content. I just want to explore a little bit more of that and just doing different things instead of just doing this thing over and over. I upload the songs to webs like Free Music Archive, Pixabay, some systems or portals that people can find them and use them. I just wanted to put it kind of like a portfolio and kind of like to practice my skills, because I think it's the best thing instead of just trying to push it and promote it, because it's not really solving any problem. It's just a thing that I wanted to do, that I felt that I needed to do for myself. I'm gonna keep doing it, but not as often. So just don't be surprised if you see more covers and less originals. If you are here because you wanted this, you're gonna get it, but just not as often. I wanted to do a song every 2 weeks, but I'm gonna stop because the quality suffers a lot. Because I was rushing it too much. I wanted to put it as fast as possible, kind of. It's really intense and resource intense on my part, on time and just composing, fixing things, adding things. So quality suffers a lot. So I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna keep releasing music. I'm gonna try to make at least once a month, either a cover or an original. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching.